Hello everybody, we are back. Today we're going to try to build a log peavy, or some people call it a log cant or cant hook, but this, I'm going to design it with this metal pipe. I'm just going to do it all in metal. Some people do the wood handles and the metal tips and the hook and everything, but I don't have a whole lot of big pieces of round wood around, but I have a lot of big pieces of round metal, so I'm just gonna weld it and everything because I can. But so I found this, some kind of stake down in the shed down there. It's already sharpened, and I think I'll be able to cut this and into triangles and then fold it down onto it, and then and try that out. But we'll see how it works. I think it will. And then up here we're gonna have the hook part of it. I think I'm gonna try to use this 3/4 flat stock to make the hook. Maybe. We'll see what else I've got floating around, but this looked pretty durable, and I'll have it pivot on a bolt assembly of some sort that's around here. But yeah, so let's see. So I'm going to start with cutting this off, and because this is just an old bent piece of pipe that isn't really good for anything else, so why not? But it's nice and thick walled. You can see it's got plenty of wall to it, so I think it'll hold up pretty good for pulling on, and won't need any extra bracing or anything, and bend where the pivot point is for the cant hook. So alright, let's try it out. Let's see what we can do. Alright guys, we got all of our little notches cut out, and I think I'm going to use this old railroad spike for my point. It's kind of rusty, but whatever, we'll make it work. So I'm gonna slip this in here and kind of get it lined up where I want it, and beat these little ears around to try to form it around where it needs to be. So let me get some hearing and eye protection on, and we'll try it out. Alright guys, we got the contour of the spike kind of worked down and around the railroad spike we put in there. Got my rod, got my welder on. We're using an old AC 225 my grandfather gave me, but however many years later it's still running, so I like it. It works good. I don't need anything else. Yeah, so we're going to start putting some passes on here and getting the little spike kind of tied into everything, and let's go for it. Alright guys, well, you can see we got everything welded up there pretty good. I'm going to come back with the grinder and kind of dress this up a little bit and kind of smooth it out some, and we should be good to go. Then we'll work on putting the cant hook on here, making the cant hook, and getting it all mounted on there. So let's get to grinding. Alright guys, well, we got this whole thing here worked down and polished up, and we're ready to put our hinge assembly on for the hook, the cant hook. So I made up these little laminated pieces and just kind of welded them on there, you know, nothing pretty. And then my idea was to take these nuts and this bolt and drop them on here, weld them up, so that'll give us a little bit of lift for the cant hook to kind of swing around there. So let's get those welded on there, and then we're gonna try this. You know, if it doesn't work, we can just take it off, but I already had this kind of put together and made up. It's just a scrap piece from something else. So we're gonna cut it off there, burn a hole through it, mount it onto there, you know, cut everything off back here. So this will be our hook. I'm gonna put a little notch in this and heat the back of it up and bend this over so it's at the right angle. So that'll give us the hook part. So let's get started. All right, check it out, guys. We got all this welded together. Where the seams were, I just you know, where I bent it, I welded those together, and then I kind of cut a little bit off right here to make it a point. We haven't even tried this out yet, but maybe you can check it out with us when we try it out right up here. So bent this over, bent that over, made a little point out of that. I think this will be okay, and then you can see here how the hinge system worked. I just welded 2 nuts on there, put a bolt through there, a couple washers to keep it from flopping around, and yeah, so it stops there, so it's about as wide as it goes, good enough. But yeah, so let's go try it out. All right, well here's the cedar log that I had cut down from a friend of mine's backyard. So let's try this out. Let me just climb on up here. Let's see. Oh yeah, there it goes. So that's on the thick part. Let's try it up here at the thickest part. Yeah, it works. It's digging into the bark. Let's try it on the small stuff here. Well, it would work. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, that's got it. Well, I'd say that's a successful cant hook. So I think what I'm going to do now is make one a little bit smaller. This one works great on the big stuff, but I think a smaller one would be more useful for the smaller logs. So stay tuned. We'll see if we can get one going soon for that. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.